What's up everybody? This is a review that I've been asked for on the Parrot Bebop 2. So a lot of people ask why I chose this one, and honestly it's half off that other one that everybody's getting, the DJI Mavic Pro. It's ranked number 1. I'm not gonna lie, that shit's awesome. It shoots great video, but it also shoots in 4K. Yeah, you can go down, but I don't need 4K. That's not what I do. For what I need it for, this does a great job. This was ranked number 2, and honestly I'm very happy with this one. The other main reason why I chose this one is that everything on this drone is replaceable. And as you guys have seen, I've crashed this shit about 5 times and it still flies like a champ. Every single piece on this drone can be replaced, from the legs to the frame to the camera if you happen to fuck it up, the blades, the sensors on the bottom. Everything on the Parrot Bebop 2 is replaceable. Another reason I like this one a lot is because, how do I explain it? I like that it can last. I like that it can take a crash and it'll just give me an error. I clear the error and it's ready to go again. For me, that we like to, for us that we like to travel and explore and see new places, I like to fly this shit, and I like to know that if I do hit something, if something does get in the way, I didn't just crash $1,000 drone. That if I crash this, yeah, it's $500, but it can be replaced. I don't gotta send it in, I don't gotta deal with the fucking warranty, I can just fix it. And to me, as a guy that likes to fix things, this is perfect for me. Another thing that I like about it is that everything is on the app. So I can control this thing straight from the app. And I really like that a lot, because I didn't want to get one of those stupid controllers and be out there like an idiot. So everything is done through here. You have, well, right now it's not connected, but you have your turning or your rotating, your up, down, then you can fly it forward, backward, left, right. So I like it a lot. Another feature that I like a lot is the follow me mode, which you can just click on that, it'll recognize you. You can tell it how far or how close you want it to fly with you, and it'll just follow you. Or there's another one called Flight Plan, where it just runs off a map. You seriously click the places where you want it to fly, how far you want it to go, when you want it to rotate, when you want it to turn, and you just hit go and it goes. I'm not sure if you have to be near it or if it just does it by itself, but I'm pretty sure it needs Wi-Fi or some kind of GPS signal, but it'll pretty much fly itself, which I'm really looking forward to trying that out. But I kind of waiting till we go to the desert, because it's almost guaranteed I will hit something, so rather be safe than sorry. But this thing is awesome. I like it a lot. I love the way it shoots. When I put it through the editing, it takes very little editing to get the video quality that I'm looking for. I like it because it's very, very similar to my 3 other cameras that I film with. So video isn't always different. It always looks like in uniform that I shot it all with the same camera, which obviously I didn't, but I love this shit. It's awesome. Another thing that I like a lot is the sensors on the bottom. So these sensors will prevent it from hovering and then just slamming to the floor and then coming back up. They will sense that something's under and it'll just hover. Of course, if you hit land, it'll just drop. No matter what's under it, it's just gonna drop. So if you have your dog under there, if you have your, I don't know, your cat, that shit's gonna get hit in the head, because it's gonna fall. Whereas my next modification, I want to get these little balls that go right here on the feet, so if you do want to land it in water, you can. Excuse me. Another thing that we learned is that if the battery does start to die on this thing, it'll give you about 2 minutes to bring that shit back home. And as we're barely starting to learn how to get the hang of this, if you don't bring it home in those 2 minutes, that shit's gonna fall. The other day we flew it over the Sepulveda Basin. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. It gave us about 2 minutes to bring that shit back home before it died. Well, me and my wife couldn't bring it back to us fast enough. So there was these big ass thorn bushes, and it just decided, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna fall right here. And that shit was a pain in the ass. I think she still has the scratches and all that. But I want to get these feet because I want to go back out to Lake Isabella or maybe Lake Havasu, and I want to fly this shit around. But I want to get a cool shot of it taking off from water and it landing in water. And I don't want this shit to just land and start fucking sinking, because that's not repairable. Not cool. But yeah, I want to get that done, because if this shit doesn't land wherever it wants once the battery dies, then kind of need that. So this thing has 25 minutes of battery power, so that's 25 minutes of flight time. Honestly, I haven't flown it for the whole 25 minutes at once. I've flown it, brought it back home, flown it, brought it back home, and it does really good. I love the way that it shoots. It shoots 1080p. The camera is adjustable, so you can go up and down. The motors, all that, it's all replaceable, which I said I love that a lot. The sensors on the bottom, the way it's built, it's perfect. It takes about, I want to say, 20 minutes. So it takes about 20 minutes to charge, and then you have 25 minutes of flight time. It doesn't weigh anything. It weighs, I want to say, about like maybe 4 or 5 pounds, which is nothing. So it's easy to carry in my bag. This usually goes everywhere with this, because one thing that we're big on is you don't have to go somewhere far to explore. Like, yeah, okay, cool, missed a cool video, and like, damn, this motherfucker went all the way over here. But at the same time, let me tell you a story. So me and my wife have this friend, and he loves to fucking travel. Well, so he says. But he's always saving to travel to these exotic places. And unless you have that kind of money, cool, whatever, do what you like. But if you're always saving and then going on a trip once a year, and then saving again for another year, and then going on the trip the following year, you're only traveling every 2 years. So you're not gonna see much. And the thing I tell these people is, do you know how much beautiful shit is just in your backyard? Like, half of these places I go to, I get fucking text messages like, hey bro, like, how'd you find that spot? Like, how'd you look this place up? It's like, bro, just fucking do your research. There's so many beautiful places in this country that you don't have to really go far to explore. It might not be the best trail, it might not be the best place to be compared to other places, but you know what? For a good little weekend getaway, especially if you're working, it's not that bad. I love it. There's a lot of shit to do here. I'm not saying I like it here, but there's a lot of shit to do here. So this is the Parrot Bebop 2. So let me see if I can connect it real quick. So everything is done off the app. It shows you how fully charged it is. If your Wi-Fi signal, you can take it off if you want. Your follow mode, your return to home, your camera, your go back button, sorry. And these are all your settings. So you can change everything. You can change the way you want to fly it, the altitude, the max altitude and distance you want. And by the way, this shit is fast. This shit can go up to, I don't know, it's pretty fast. You can set how long the delay is, because so when we're in the desert, this thing gets amazing signal because I'm using my phone. I'm not using the controller. Obviously, if you get the controller, you get a wider range area. But with the phone, it's limited. So in the desert, we flew this thing around like crazy, and it did not lose signal once. It was fucking awesome. But we were at the beach, at the basin, and at the Nike missile base. It lost signal a lot. Because you gotta remember, there's people walking with hotspots, there's people walking with their own Wi-Fi signals, there's other places around you. So that all interferes into this thing flying, because if your settings aren't set right, it'll pick up someone's hotspot or it'll pick up someone's Wi-Fi network, and this shit'll just lose signal and just stay up there. The first time we had it set to 120 seconds, and I was shitting bricks. I was like, this shit is never gonna come down. How the fuck am I gonna get this shit down? I was ready to shoot it down. So now I have it set usually to 10. What the fuck? Okay, well, let's pretend that's 10. I usually have it set to like 10 seconds, so that way the minute it loses signal, it'll just go 10-second delay, turn his ass back right around, and then fly to me. Which I like that because it's always nice to know that it's gonna come back, because yeah, that shit is for sure kind of scary when it just floats up there and you lose control of it. So your video quality, like I said, your Wi-Fi network, I usually have it all. So I love this thing. It's fucking amazing. We fly this thing a lot. My daughter's getting the hang of it too. She fucking hates it, but I don't know, I guess she doesn't like how loud it is, but it's pretty cool. We like it. It flies great. It does what we need. No complaints. As far as the details and all that, you guys can look it up. I'm not that tech savvy, so for me, for our use, just on adventures and exploring and trips, I like this shit a lot. It looks cool. I have a skin coming for it to cover up the white, just so that way it doesn't show the crashes and all my fuck ups. That way it'll just cover it nicely and be like, yeah, never crash a shit. I'm a fucking drone operator. But yeah, I love this thing, man. I completely recommend it. And for all you that know me, I'm real about shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So this thing is fucking legit. I like it. It made our videos so much better. So if you're looking for a drone, if you're looking for something to just fly around and have fun with and not worry about fucking losing a G, I say go with this one. And even now, which I'm kind of mad about, before we bought this, it was just this for $400. Now they have a plan where it's or a package that's $500, and it comes with the fucking stupid eye goggle shit, whatever the fuck it's called, virtual reality shit, and the controller. Which the controller is kind of big and stupid looking, but that shit gives you mad range, and that's the reason I like it. Is because I want to fly this thing and I want to be able to know that's gonna come back. Because there's times where I want to fly this thing and I'm kind of timid of how far I sent it out, because if I lose that signal, it's a pain in the ass to have that signal return, or have the BEBBOP, return back to you, and then you gotta do that flight all over again to catch that footage. So I like this thing. I recommend it. If you guys are looking for something reasonably priced, I say go with the Parrot Bebop 2. Pretty cool. So yeah, here's some flight footage, and I hope you guys enjoyed my somewhat review, and thanks for watching.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky.